FOPSCo, the Filipino Online Professional Services Cooperative, is because I believe that this is a cooperative that all Filipino online professionals own, control, and manage.
So, the reason kaya po ako sumali sa FOPSCo, kailangan natin ng isang sistema, isang samahan na makakatulong sa bawat isa.
This cooperative is a group na pwede silang sumama para mas magabayan sila sa kanilang freelancing journey.
Ako sumali dihan sa FOPSCo kasi para makabuligak sa ato kapwa mga freelancers, and ito talaga ang passion and my mission.
I joined FOPSCo kasi for me, lahat ng ginagawa ko sa FOPSCo is a privilege ko siya tinitignan eh. Kasi once in a lifetime in history na bigyan ka ng chance na mag-contribute.
Stepping stone na rin to para maabot yung goal
ko. The vision of the organization aligns with my personal vision, which is to develop and nurture an organization within Zamboanga City that provides much needed support for our online workers.
I joined FOPSCo because the people I've met have the same values, vision, and mission as mine, and that is to provide assistance to those who would like to jumpstart their career as a freelancer.
One of the reasons why I joined FOPSCo is because as a freelancer, I think it's important for us to have access to training, whether free or paid.
Wanted our individual reputations to have a collective reputation for excellence.
I wanted to be part of an organization that would be a pioneer group of individuals who will be working to promote online freelancing here in the Philippines.
The reason why I joined this organization is that I saw their mission and vision towards helping all Filipino freelancers.
I choose FOPSCo because we learn and grow as a community to help also others.
Feel more safe and secure knowing that my knowledge and skills will only come from the most renowned and experienced online freelancers and raketeras here in the Philippines.
I joined FOPSCo because I saw the potential growth is not just reaching one's goals and being successful, but there is camaraderie.
I am very inspired with their achievements and advocacy in promoting and helping Filipino freelancers.
Want to learn FOPSCo because of two things. Number one, I want to help freelancers to get a job. And number two, I want to learn more from you.
I hope that here we will all grow together.
We grow together.
Service Cooperative. I'm Dennis Mipagyo, and I'll be one of the moderators for tonight. And with that, I guess it's time for us to have a house rule reminder. First, please put your phone on silence mode, mute unnecessary noise that can interfere our webinar, and of course, we are seeking for your active participation, especially for our FB Live viewers. And if you have any questions, you may type in and put in your questions sa comments section, or you may type in our chat box here in Zoom if you have any clarifications and questions. And with that, I guess everything is set up now, Miss Sydney. I hope you can hear me loud and clear. Hi, Sydney.
Hello, sir. Good evening. Yes, I
Magandang
can
gabi.
hear you.
Thank you, thank you. And
Kumusta
by the
po?
way, yes, we are okay so far. I am okay kahit papaano medyo maulan sa Cavite, but then ikaw, Miss Sydney, kumusta dyan?
Hindi pa naman po maulan dito.
Para nag-wish ka na uulan na.
Gusto ko,
Wag
sir,
na.
kasi super init. Init dito sa aming part.
By the way, sa Cavite medyo kumikidlat, kumukulot, at syempre may kasamang ulan. And by the way, for our viewers, Ms. Sydney is the newest member of the FOPSCo Academy team. And of course, malaking tulong si Sydney sa team ng Academy. And we are actually open sa gustong tumulong sa FOPSCo Academy. Now, please take the floor, Ms. Sydney. Please introduce our speaker for tonight. Go ahead.
Thank you, sir, sa inyong sinabi about me. Thank you very much. It's my honor to help FOPSCo too. Anyway, magandang gabi po ulit, everyone, and welcome to FOPSCo Academy once again. And for tonight's webinar, we will discover why freelancing mindset matters and the ways to achieve it. Are you ready, everyone? So now, let me formally introduce our speaker. He is a natural-born entrepreneur. Ever since he's a kid, building business is his passion. During his elementary days, he lost his sense of hearing. But this does not hold him back to be who he is now. In 2018, he was chosen by DTI Lucena as one of the KMME mentees. He became one of the scholars and his business became one of the participants in in DTI in partnership with DICT Digital Jobs PH, where he became one of the outstanding trainees. Eventually, he became a trainer and business mentor at Go Negosyo Digitalization. He helps MSME to grow their business through DTI and Go Negosyo Mentor Program. He also started an ESL company in partnership with 51 Talk, an online tutorial. He also owns and operates a 7-figure and 6-figure e-commerce and traditional brand. Currently, he is the Lucena Business Center Manager of FOPSCo, or the Filipino Online Professional Service Cooperative. So let us all welcome Sir Dexter Restan. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening, Sir Dexter.
Good
Welcome sa
evening.
FOPSCo Academy.
Thank you, Ma'am Sydney and Sir Dennis sa pag-introduce. Medyo na-overwhelm ako sa details. Parang ang layo na ng aking narating mula dun sa pinagmulan ko na pagiging TV technician going to the trainer. Parang, ako na ba ito? Ganun. Parang ano na, parang excited na akong i-share ang aking mga journey. Okay?
Sige, Sir Dex. You may introduce yourself, anything about you, and then you may proceed sa yung presentation afterwards. Go ahead, Sir Dex.
Okay, I will take my PowerPoint.
You have the access to share, sir. Go ahead.
Okay. I try to open. Ayan. Okay, nakikita na ba? Meron na?
Yes, we can see it, sir.
Ayun.
Your PowerPoint.
Ayan, okay. Papakilala muna ako. Sige, okay. My name is Dexter Restan. I'm the CEO, founder, and of One, Speak for One, DigiDex Academy, and Rask Prandel Marketing. I like to tell you a few things about me because we are going to spend some time together here. I'm a happy husband with one wife, a father of 2 loving ladies, and 1 handsome boy. During my college in Lokban, I majored in electronic servicing. I'm working student, repairing home appliances to pay my college. I'm also at PWD. I have lost my hearing. My left ear cannot hear, and I communicate by mouth and body language. Now, I own and operate 7-figure of e-commerce and traditional business. I'm a trainer and business mentor of Go Negosyo Digitalization, and I help them to grow their business. Okay? Now, well, Sino nga ba ang ating mga audience? Maybe you are a college graduate, undergraduate, or senior high school. You want to shift your career to online freelancer or maybe to support your education. If you have interest in growing and scaling your business, and this is a webinar for you. Maybe you are owner operator and you have your own brand, or you are a government employee who is looking for extra skill or a job online. Maybe you have employed for a long time and realize that their present salary is not enough for their family and are looking for extra income in skill development. Good luck. This is your stepping stone to your online job journey. Maybe you are a marketing nerd and you just love this stuff, or maybe you are a freelancer who want to learn new skill. So you can apply this principle to any online business. This principle that I'm going to showing you, this strategy, these tactics will help you for any online business. Okay. So, ano ba ang ating goal dito sa ating ito? Our goal for this webinar is to turn you to become a freelancer not only in skill but also in a mindset. Now, you should pay close attention and take notes. I want you to give this your full attention. This is a 20 years of my experience that I'm going to give it to you. And I want you to really take that seriously and not go through any other multitask for now. While you're doing this, you really put your attention. Really focus on this because it will have a significant impact on your overall skill development in your business and in your ability to help skill other business. It is very important that you really take this seriously. And I want you to take note, make item action, item list. Go through every slide, even if you feel like you know this stuff to another training or something like that. I promise you it's different. Go through every single slide and my approach to this program is going to be positive. And I want you to approach this with a positive and open mind as well. You got to feel good about it. You gonna really be having a good time while you consuming this information and keep an open mind. I want you to get this. I'm doing this for you. And so I'm committed to that you and you must feel the commitment. Okay? Next is now, what is advantage and disadvantage of being a freelancer? Lahat halos naman tayo nasa freelancer ngayon, mga nanonood natin. If you are an employee, you are a corporate slave. Compare ko lang sa employees and the freelancer. You are working hard to make someone else rich. You are getting paid just enough. You do not quit. You have no freedom. Your boss tell you what to do, what time to get lunch, what time you can go home, and when you can take a vacation. Yan yung mga empleyado. You work paycheck to paycheck. You may think you may be trapped in a cubicle world. But nasa business tayo ng freelancer. If you work as a freelancer, you work for your profit. It means your income depends on your hard work and value for the market. You are the boss. You can set your own time to work and take your vacation. You have no boss to mandate what you need to do. You can work with the comfort of your home, with your family. You can earn the same as working abroad, and yet you can do the job you want with your own time. But be careful this. You have to work on your own. You also have no boss to tell you and instruct you on what you need to do. Working from home need a lot of discipline. There's a lot of temptations such as Netflix, Facebook, games, household, etc. If you choose an online professional or freelancer, you will need to be willing to work as a flexible or sometime in different time zones. And spend working time mostly alone. And talk to peers online. When you start handling a good number of online jobs, your social life will also be affected. Sometimes you can lose a project because of high competition in the online market. You may also fail to meet client expectation due to different culture or miscommunication. And if the language is the issue, working from home will give you the fear of not spending too much time on traffic and exhaust your energy. In online business or online professional, we have endless opportunities. There are billions of people in the world, meaning the market in this industry is too big that everyone who take action will make money online. But if you don't have enough discipline, working from home and being your own boss could be a productive killer. Okay. Okay, if you are ready, I will show what all you need. Start tayo kung ano mga kailangan ng mga freelancer. You start watching this webinar for this reason. So you may use this for business or your career growth. Industry is not really your destination. It's a vehicle to reach your destination. So it's very important. There are things that I never really got the chance to share with a lot of people because, whether we like it or not, success in any aspect of life is 80% psychology and 20% mechanic. So, next is, now, this is how to achieve a freelancing mindset in three easy steps. Whether you decide to use it in employment, freelancer, or in business, I'm here to guide you step by step. Okay, para mas madali mong maintindihan kung paano ka magkaroon ng successful freelancing mindset, gagamit muna tayo ng analogy. Gagamit tayo ng analogy para simple lang. Dahil online training, hindi kailangan komplikado. Mas okay kung simple lang. Dahil pag simple lang, mas madali mo siyang mauunawaan, mas madali mo siyang masusundan. Pag madali mo siyang maunawaan at masusundan, mas madali mo siyang magagawa. Itong analogy natin. Building a freelancing mindset is like a building a house. Para ka nagpapatayo ng bahay. Step 1 ang kailangan natin is vision. Anong una mong kailangan mong magpatayo ka ng bahay? Anong una natin isipin? Kailangan meron kang drawing ng bahay. Kailangan be clear sa isip mo kung anong tsura ng bahay na gusto mo. Mas maganda nga kung nabivisualize mo, parang nakikita mo ng dalawa mong mata yung bahay. Ganon din ang freelancer mindsetting. Kailangan klarong-klaro sa iyo kung anong mangyayari sa iyo pagkatapos mong manood at makinig dito. Alam na alam mo dapat kung anong freelancer career naghihintay sa iyo. Hindi pwede yung sasabihin mo na lang na gusto kong maging magaling na freelancer, o kaya naman gusto kong magtrabaho online, o kaya naman gusto kong magkaroon ng sariling business online. Medyo malabo yan. Kailangan specific talaga. Specific goal. Para meron kang target na asintayin. Kapag wala kang target, sigurado wala kang tatamaan. Lahat ng mga successful na tao, mayroong short-term at long-term goal. Alam na alam nila kung ano yung gusto nilang ma-achieve. Next is reason why. Yung reason why, yan yung magbibigay sa'yo ng inspiration. Inspiration sa'yo para gawin ang freelancer career na ito. Kapag alam mo kung para saan yung pinaghihirapan mo araw-araw, gigising ka na excited para gawin ang task mo, para gawin ang mga trabaho mo. Pag wala kang malinaw na vision at pag wala kang malinaw na reason why, baka unang pagsubok pa lang suko ka na. Kung wala yan, dalawa na yan. Wag ka na lang sumubok mag-freelancer kasi walang mangyayari sa iyo. Mabibigo ka lang. Kailangan ng massive action para maging successful sa freelancer career. Massive action required focus and commitment. Your specific goal will give you the focus and your reason why will give you the commitment. Okay, got it? Next is number 2, blueprint. Ang next is blueprint. Kung magpapatayo ka ng bahay, kailangan meron kang blueprint o plano na susundan para maitayo yung bahay na yun. Diba? Imagine nagtayo ka ng bahay tapos wala kang plano na sinusundan. Tapos una mong ginawa yung bubong, imbis na yung mga poste. Anong mangyayari? Hindi palpak. Diba? Sa freelancer, ganun din. Dapat may plano ka. Kailangan alam mo kung anong task ang unahin mong gawin, anong magkakasunod na proseso. Ang nakakalungkot, maraming freelancer ang nabibigo. Kasi wala silang plano na sinusunod. Ang ginagawa nila ay barabara lang sila. Yun ang mahirap. Napakahirap nun. Okay, pag nagpatayo ka ng bahay, di ba, kailangan mo din naman tamang kagamitan at tamang materyales. Kailangan mo ng martilyo, pala, hollow blocks, tiles, etc. Sa freelancer career, kailangan mo rin ito. Kailangan mo may mga tools. Dapat alam mo kung paano gamitin ang mga tamang tools. Yung mga tools na yan tutulong sa iyo para mas mabilis mong mapalago ang online industry mo. Pag-uusapan natin yung mga tools na yan, kailangan mo. Sa step 3. What is the powerful that change your life? And that's your journal. Very effective to, napatunayan ko sa sarili ko. Very few people, truth, are master of themselves, master of their own lives, master of their habit, master of what's going on in their world and what's going on their emotion or what's going on their truth. Most people spend very little time studying and mastering themselves. As a result, they don't even know who they are. They not clear on their thought, not clear on their emotion, not clear on their goal. And ultimately, they kind of aimless. It's just influenced by outside force and factor. And they like a ship without a sail. I'm going to talk about the number one tool for freelancing mindset. What is this important in your freelancing journey? This is because for me, 100% of successful people in online freelancer, they use only 20% mechanic or use 20% of his skill and 80% to be successful is by psychologically or how they motivate and discipline himself. And from my perspective, there are three aspects of journaling: the self-awareness, self-tracking, and then self-creation. So, the first aspect of is self-awareness, becoming aware of yourself, taking the time to use your journal as a reflection tool to look at. For example, what happened today? So it's at the end of your day, you took the time to just think about your day and then took the time to assess what were maybe the factor. For example, yesterday, for me, was not necessarily the best day in terms of my performance. I came to work and I have a really hard time focusing. And so last night, I just took some time to journal and reflect on why. Why didn't I have a good day? Like what I was struggling with. And I just started to think about how things were going. This allow awareness. That's one the key aspect is you cannot change something unless you become aware of it. You got to make the unconscious conscious. And so a big aspect of journaling is just writing about what's going on and become aware. Becoming aware of your thought, becoming aware of your feeling, becoming aware of the meaning you give to things. And once you become aware of it, you can ultimately change it. You can reframe. If you can change the meaning you give to it, it's allow you to get out in front of you. And then you can ultimately start thinking about it differently. And so the first aspect of journaling is self-awareness. Awareness of self, awareness of your feeling, awareness of make you may be performing in your freelancer career. And I don't think that it need to take long. I think that this aspect of journalism is probably best at night. Just taking a little bit of time, maybe 5 to 10 minutes at the end of the day, to just reflect on how that day went and maybe thinking about the factor that lead to that. Why did I have a good day focusing yesterday? Journaling that allow you to become a master of yourself. And now, this is something that a lot of people don't like to do. But if you start tracking your behavior, your performance, you start becoming aware of how you're doing. For example, if you start tracking how much money you spend, then you become aware of it. A lot of people don't know what's going on their money. They don't know where it all goes because they're not tracking it. But also then measuring various things. Let's talk about how the key to being happy is first you have to have clear measurable goal because you can measure how you're doing, but also measuring yourself where you were. So take the time to measure your progress. When you become aware, you can develop a system and tool to build goal to improve it. But if you're not aware of your behavior, if you're not aware of your performance, if you're not aware of yourself and your own life, you cannot be a master of yourself. You're not even sure who you are. Why would you want to go through life for nothing who you are? It's powerful to become aware of what is going on to make the unconscious conscious, but also then to consciously focus. Okay? The second is tracking. Measuring your performance, improve that which is measured and report when you measured it. You almost automatically improve because you're giving it attention and energy. Whether you give attention and energy to grow, whether you focus or expand. And so if you're taking the time to just measure something, you're going to improve it. Okay? Next is the third one, is imagining your future. I remember Albert Einstein said that imagination is more important than knowledge. Well, the journal is one of the ultimate tools. It is the ultimate tool for self-creation. You identify is how you see yourself. Is now you define and describe yourself. Most people are not very clear on their own identity. Your identity is the story you tell about yourself. It is your script. It's how you define and describe yourself. For most people, their identity is very past-centric and it's also a very fixed mindset. If someone was asking you, who are you? You start them to tell the story about your past. What would happen if you had imagined your desired future self? You want to use your journal to ultimately define your future self. To imagine future scenario, you got to have imagination. You got to have play. You got to think amazing idea in your future. But then ultimately to imagine your future self as that person. And to think about what that person is and ultimately to design your identity around that future self. Ultimately, defining a script of type of person you want to be so that when you stress out because of freelancing job, you can use that script to remind you of the type of person you are. So, for example, if you're having a really bad day and you're feeling apart, maybe you could go back into your script. All right, this is the type of person I want to be in psychology. The concept is called implementation and tension. It means it's when you start to fall apart of your get trigger or things start to get stressful, you then have a tool you turn to ultimately get you back on track. You then have a strategy that turn to immediately so that you don't fall and ultimately clear your confidence so that your journey become your way of formulating your identity, the person you want to be. Not only do you want to be aware of your behavior and what's going on, but you want to ultimately become the designer of yourself. You want to design your identity. Your identity is the things that drives your behavior. Your identity is based on your goal and your future. It's based on what you give value and meaning to you. You want to reframe the things that no longer matter, but you want to use your journal to define what matters to you. Define you care about. Define what a good life is for you. And then to design your identity, the type of person you want to be. And then you write in your journal about who you are, about your doing, and you have people around you who matter, who care, who can use to get feedback and support you. Then share your new identity with other people internally with our word, our action, and our identity. And so when you start telling people about your future self, you start telling people about the person you want to be. You then start not only feel more compelled to be consistent with your story, you then have more social support and social accountability to live now up to the person you intend to be. So your journal is the ultimate tool for making the unconscious conscious, for becoming aware, for tracking your behavior and improving your behavior, but also for imaging and becoming your future self, for designing your identity, for emotion regulating when things get stressful. The journal is the ultimate tool for helping you become a master of yourself. Having a journal allows you to think of the peak experience you want to have. It allows you to live courageously. It allows you to commit in your future self. It allows you to think of what you want for yourself because what other people think about you. It's none of your business. A lot of people, they're not clear on who they are. And so they're running the wrong race. They're running the race of other people. They are not clear on who they are. And so they ultimately leaving the value and the goal and the agendas of other people. So they're not happy. They measuring themselves against the ideal of just the result of other people. And the comparison is the tip of joy. But if you start to become the master of yourself, then you can measure yourself correctly, measuring the gain rather than the gap, taking the time to track and report your progress and your measurable goal. So take the time to track and assess where you are right now versus where you were before. That's another very powerful thing that you could do in your journal. Is ultimately be reflecting on where you are right now versus where you want to be, but also where you are right now versus where you were before. That's something that I did in my journal today. I just wrote a list of my situation right now. Where I'm right now is what's going on, but then I took the time to write down what my life was like 5 years ago. It's very powerful to measure where you are right now versus where you were before. That's allow you to have happiness, confidence, success, hope that then boost your imagination, your excitement, and your play toward your future self. So those are the three key things that I recommended. You use your journal for reflecting generally. Just reflecting at the end of the day how you were doing, what's going on, how you were feeling. Tracking the specific thing that you're trying to improve, and then design yung identity, user your imagination to create the future experience you want to have, and then scripting out your identity. So then you can now better explain yourself to other people because your identity shape your future behavior, and your future behavior ultimately become a feedback loop for your identity. So as you behave and act in certain way, you're going to start to see yourself as that person. So ultimately, as you design your future self, your future identity, and then you start acting that way, I'm going to become a self-fulfilling prophecy. Ultimately, you're going to become the person that you want to do, that build your confidence, your hope, your momentum toward your future self. This is how you journal to become the master and the creator of yourself. Okay? Next is dream versus goal. Are you okay? Are you waiting to your dream? I'm sorry to tell you, the dream do not come. Rather, it's your goal that can forever change your life. You need to set goal to turn your dream into reality. Dream can inspire you, but goal can change your life. Goal are all about action. Goal turn dream into reality. Goal change you and can change your life. If it's not measurable, then it's not a goal. It's just a dreaming. Importante na susukat mo yung goal mo. Kasi kung hindi mo specific, hindi mo kayang sukatin ang goal mo, hindi goal ang tawag dun. Ang tawag dun, nangangarap ka pa lang. Now, are you chasing your goal? Or your dream? Or just slip it away? Someone that opinion of your personality that does not have become your reality. Yes, if you want to become a freelancer, you should start to develop yourself. You will practice every day. But if you have no job as a freelancer, doesn't matter. It's better to prepare for the opportunities that do not have one and have an opportunity and not be prepared. Begin to know that this is greatness in you. You can live in your dream. It is hard. It's very difficult. It's telling yourself, believing that you cannot do it. There's a time when you doubt yourself. Ask yourself, can I do this? There is a small voice saying that you are not the one. Don't give up on your dream. By continue to push the ball, by continue to run toward your dream. One day, your dream will come true. This is my final message to all you. Because of my disability of losing sense of hearing during childhood, this disability developed my personality. And this disability taught me the most valuable lesson that anyone could say and learn. And that is never let anyone or anything stop you from chasing your dream. And that's all for today. Thank you. And Sir Dennis, sana
Okay.
na-inspired kayo sa aking sinare.
Yes. Nakakatuwa lang na ang daming realization with those sharing that you are actually giving, Sir Dex. With that, would it be okay if we're gonna entertain some questions coming from our viewers, especially also here in Zoom? Ready ka na ba, sir?
Ay, okay. Parang kagagaling ko lang sa graduation ng ating teacher training. Parang
Okay,
kinakabahan
so
pa ako.
for the information of everyone, si Sir Dex is isa sa mga outstanding trainer na graduate sa ating TOT Batch 2 and hindi namin pinalagpas yung pagkakataon na makapag-share siya ng kanyang best practices, how he overcome and successfully natapos niya yung training of trainers. Hindi po madali yung ating TOT or yung training of trainers, but then nagawa at successfully executed by Sir Dex. So sige, hi Sydney, magandang gabi.
Hello, sir. Good evening again.
Excited na si Sydney na mag-ask ng question sa iyo, Sir Dex. Go ahead, Miss Sydney.
Sir Dex, as a
Yes.
freelancer po, do you believe po ba sa sinasabing the key to success is focusing on yourself more and your business less?
Yes, oo. Siyempre naman, talagang focusing ang pinakang, ang doon nagmumula eh. Kailangan kasi, hindi lang basta magse-set ka ng goal, kailangan kasi focus ka sa isang goal. Mahirap kasi yung, nangyari kasi sa akin nung experience ko sa DICT training, nag-take 2 kasi ako kasi nung take 1, I have so many focus. Ang dami kong goal. Ang dami kong gusto kong ma-achieve, daming distraction. Anong naging resulta? Hindi ko na ipasa ang batch 1. Pero gusto ko talagang makapasa and desired to be a trainer of a DICT, and then nag-request ako ng another chance. Every people naman gustong magka another chance kahit yung ex mo, di ba? Another second chance. Parang and then pinagbigyan naman ako ng cluster na bigyan ng second chance kahit fail na ako sa first attempt. And then yung time na yun is pinilit ko siyang kausapin ng sarili ko. Pumunta ako gusto ko talagang tahimik na lugar sa aming bahay, isang CR. Doon ako nagkakapag-concentrate sa CR. Parang walang distraction. And then, tinanong ko sa sarili ko, anong nangyari sa'yo? Bakit hindi mo na ipasa yung batch 1? Kala ko ba, dream big para ma-achieve mo yung isang bagay, pero kinulang yung dream big ko. Kinulang siya. Kasi hindi ko napansin, ang pinakang naging error ko is marami akong goal na sinet. And then, na-realize ko, okay, take a goal, one goal, step by step. Then, naglagay ako ng goal setting, one goal at a time. Ang ginawa ko is, nag-focus ako sa isang goal, and then, mula sa umaga, sinulat ko siya. Sinulat ko yung goal ko. Let's say sabihin na natin na nung kasi time na yon is hindi talaga ako marunong maggawa ng video task, hindi ako marunong magturo, nahihiya akong tumingin sa camera, makapag-usap sa tao. And then ang naging goal ko noon is in 1 week dapat marunong na akong umarap sa tao, marunong na akong umarap sa camera, and then kaya ko nang ipaliwanag ang bawat module, ang bawat topic nang hindi ko siya babasahin, and then through my experience ko siya gagawin. And then nag-set ako ng time, sabi ko 1 week kaya gagawin ko yan before ng TOT2. Ginawa ko yung gawa ng nagkaroon kami ng vacation na 1 week. Sabi ko before 2 weeks kailangan marunong na ako nun. And then naglagay ako ng kung paano ko siya gagawin, kung anong kapalit. Kailangan kasi every time na meron kang goal, meron kang dapat na ibigay. Meron kang kailangan kapalit kasi wala naman libre. Hindi mo makukuha yung gusto mo nang wala kang kapalit. Hindi mo makukuha yung goal na hindi mo paghihirapan. Kailangan meron kang kapalit. Meron kang ibibigay na nagiging dahilan para makuha mo yung goal. Naging kapalit ko nun. Pinabiling ko muna yung business ko sa asawa ko, and then sabi ko, Mrs., ako yung magpo-focus muna sa itaas, sa kwarto natin. Gagawin ko lahat ng task, gagawin ko lahat ng mga PowerPoint. Wala akong ibang iisipin sa loob siguro ng 2 weeks na kundi gawin yung mga assignment na gagawin namin sa training. And then pumayag naman siya. And then, pagkatapos nun, sabi ko, hindi lang pala ganun kadali yun. Hindi ko lang, kahit isa yung focus ko, hindi ganun kadali siyang gawin. Kailangan kong strong desire ko para magawa yun. And then, ang inisip ko, nandito na ako, nakapasok na ako sa TOT batch 2. And then, inisip ko sa sarili ko, I will burn the bridges to back out, parang ganun. Hindi parang lahat ng daan o paraan para mag-back out, hindi ko kinulose ko na ang door para doon. Hindi na sila, wala na akong sa punto na magbaback out ako dahil nahihirapan ako, magbaback out ako dahil hindi ko kaya. Tinanggal ko na yun. And then, ginawan ko ng paraan. Ang ganda kasi pag nag-goal setting ka, is hindi mo alam kung paano step, hindi mo alam kung paano mo gagawin. Pero, kaganda, hindi ko alam kung anong nangyayari, pero yun ang faith ko, yun ang paniniwala ko, na the detail will show, darating ang panahon, ang time na, ang details, yung mga importante mga gagawin, yung mga pararaan is, darating ng kusa. At yun ang nangyari. Hindi ko akalain na may mga tao na sa bawat pag pinagtanungan ko, to be exactly, 35 teacher yung aking pinagtanungan. Kung paano strategy, kung paano sila magturo online, kung paano marap sa camera, paano gumawa ng PowerPoint. And then, suddenly, pinagsama-sama ko siya. Talaga. And then, nung pinagsama-sama ko na yun, nakuha ko yung tamang technique, tamang mix, yung tamang diskarte kung paano gagawin yung task. Kung paano gagawin mag-lesson sa harap ng tao. Kung paano ako magtuturo ng mga student na talagang hindi ko naman experience, hindi ko naman talaga linya. Alam niyo naman dati businessman ako, nakapokus ako sa business, and then dati akong technician. Wala sa hinagap ko na mangyayari sa akin ngayon na ako'y magtuturo sa DICT ng online job. Pero andun nakapokus ako doon na gusto ko is dapat ma-share ko kung ano man yung aking natutuhan, para marami ring mga buhay na mabago, para makatulong din sa iba, para hindi sila umasa na sa pagiging maliit na kita bilang trabador. Gusto ko dapat sila is magtrabaho online para ang kita nila is kapareho ng abroad, pareho ng mga OFW na hindi na kailangan pumunta ng abroad para kumita lang ng malaki. Pwede na silang dito magtrabaho, kumuha sila ng client sa abroad. At yun ang gusto kong mangyari sa mga estudyante ko. At kailangan silang ma-motivate. Kailangan maituro ko sa kanilang skill paano mag-apply, paano mag-online business. Yan ang aking pinakang goal, yun ang aking pinakang dahilan. Nasabi ko nga kanina is kailangan is mayroon kang focus, yung goal at saka yung reason why. Ang reason why ko sa kanila, yun sila ang mga reason why ko bakit ko gustong mag-push dito sa business na ito. And then, nakuha ko yung aking pinapangarap na certificate. Medyo masaya talaga nung nakuha ko yung certificate. Medyo medyo nabitin pa kasi may isa pang task na hindi chinechekan, nag 98% pa ako bago 100. Para bang nag-aabang ka sa kandidato ng pagka-barangay election na mananalo ako, mawa 100%, hindi pa lang parang lagi ka nating hindi sa scorecard, pero nung maka 100 ka na, wow, parang makakatulog ka na. And then, suddenly, masaya ang pakiramdam mo. Sa wakas, makakatulog na ako, hindi na ako, lagi kasi kami nagpupuyat almost 2 months na natulog kami 12 o'clock, 1, paggagawa nung mga assignment. Kasi hindi madali yung pinagdaanan namin. Talagang tinrain kami sa loob lang ng 2 months na dapat sana is almost 1 year mong pag-aaralan. Biruin mo 2 months lang namin pinag-aralan yung isang training course na yun. Napakahirap siya. Kaya kailangan mo mag mag mag-push, ibigay mo yung buong time mo, yung buong effort mo, yung lahat talaga halos nandun na lahat. Pag naibigay mo lahat yung buong effort mo, yung buong time mo, yung buong pag-iisip mo dun sa isang bagay na yun, makukuha mo ang gusto mong marating na goal. And that's nung makapasa na kami, naisip ko nung kinabukasan, siguro ngayon, nalaban ko na yung code ko. Kasi 1 month yung hindi ko nalalaman gawa ng paggagawa namin ng video. Nalaban ko na rin sa wakas. Yung mabango-bango na siya ngayon. And then yung mga time na iinom ka lagi ng kape para maging aware ka. Na ano yun, dati hindi ko ginagawa pero nung time ng 2 months, napapainom ako lagi ng kape para at least medyo magising-gising ka, ganun. And then, sa time ng struggle talaga, ang makikita mo, wala kang ibang paghuhugutan kundi sarili mo eh. Ang kagandahan sa akin, na-discover ko si journal. Kung minsan, hirap na ako, parang naiiyak na ako sa hirap ng task. Sabi ko, hindi ko ito alam, paano ko ito gagawin? Paano ko sisimulan ito? Pero, nang makikita ko si journal, nakikita ko siya, ito yung progress ko. Kahapon, kinulang ako ng ganito, may nagawa akong ganito. And then, nakikita ko siya, yung day 1 hanggang day 5, nakita ko yung progress ng aking ginagawa. Iba na pala ako ngayon. Hindi na ako yung dating na mahihayin, hindi ako yung dating hindi sanay humarap sa camera, hindi ako yung dating nahihiyang magsalita. Yung parang kasi introvert ako, natutula na lagi gusto ko lang ay sariling mundo. Parang nandun lang ako sa isang kwarto, doon lang ako nagmumukmuk, doon lang ako gumagawa ng mga bagay-bagay. Pero ngayon, at confidence na ako na i-share sa inyo, confidence na akong magsalita, confidence na ako na kahit medyo bulol kasi medyo iba nga, may disability nga po ako, confidence na ako na i-share sa inyo kasi alam ko may mga tao na gusto ring mabago ang kanilang buhay, kagaya ko. At sana maging way ako para at least is para maging sample nila ako na si Sir Dex may disability na kaya niya. Paano pa akong walang disability? Anong aking pagkukulang? Yun po ang aking masasabi sa mga walang kapansanan na gustong sumabak sa online world. Kaya nyo rin yan kasi nakaya rin namin ng mga may kapansanan na magawa ito. Yun, parang ganun po. Kasi po, ang napakahirap po talaga siyang, sa akin pong side, napakahirap pong mag-aaral nang hindi mo naririnig ang kausap mo. Tinitingnan ko lang po sila by mouth. Pagkatapos nagkaroon pa ng COVID, nagtakip pa sila ng mouth, nagkaroon ng face mask. Ang hirap ng makita sa bawat tao. Pero yung pagpupursige ko, yung hirap na iisipin mo is malayo na yung narating mo, tapos hindi ka pa mag-move on, hindi ka pa magtutuloy para makita mo yung hinaharap mong para matupad yung gusto mo. Parang nagpupus ka dun eh. Kailangan yun yung maging confidence ka na kaya mo. At alam kong medyo mahirap ang online words, pero kung kayo ay dedicated, kung malaki ang pangarap nyo at may goal kayo, simulan nyo na ito. Alam ko, gusto nyo rin guminhawa ang buhay nyo, yung mga pamilya nyo, gusto nyo mabigyan ng magandang kinabukasan. Ito na ang pagkakataon natin na maituro sa inyo ang best na mga online technique, online tools para makapagtrabaho online, makapagtrabaho abroad nang hindi umaalis sa sariling bansa. Malaking tulong talaga ng online. Huwag lang mawawalan ng internet kasi pag walang internet, wala nang buhay. Yun. Okay, Ma'am Sydney, okay na ba yung sagot ko? Nasagot ko ba yung tanong mo or another question?
Yes, sir. Ang galing-galing nyo naman, sir.
Oo,
You
yun talaga.
you never stop learning po and taking chances kasi you're really aiming for the personal growth. Kaya po, ang
Opo.
galing niyo, sir. And
Thank,
nakaka-inspire ang inyong sineshare. Thank you po.
okay, thank you, ma'am.
Alright, so thank you, Sir Dex. And so far, nabanggit kasi ni Miss Sydney, sabi niya nga, or as the saying goes by, never stop learning because life never stops teaching us. So that's the reason behind na kahit ako personally, I am an advocate sa learnings or taking new experiences or yung mga hindi natin alam at gusto nating ma-explore at kaya naman natin gawin, tayo na lang. Okay, so nabanggit ni Sir Dex so far, one thing na tumatak sa akin, yung sabi niya, sacrifices. Kasi what I know personally, in order for you to sacrifice or to really succeed in a particular position, in a particular goal na gusto mong makuha, you really have to sacrifice something. Kumbaga, ano yung gusto mong makuha na bagay, and then what are the things that you are willing to sacrifice. So sometimes it can be your time, unang-una, yung oras mo, stability in terms of your career or your position or something na yung constant na alam mong meron ka nun. Another one is your personal life, yung mga day-to-day activity mo and everything. Sleep. Isa rin yan. Nawawalan tayo ng tulog or we don't have enough rest. At the same time, sometimes nasa-sacrifice yung ating health because of that. And of course, yung pagkakaroon natin ng intrapersonal, yung mag-isa lang tayo or quiet times na tayo lang ang mayroon, nawawala yun. It can be sacrifice also that we can actually consider, and also immediate desires. Yung mga gusto natin gawin, hindi natin magawa because of that freedom that we have sacrificed, or one of the sacrifices na pwede nating matanggal or i-sacrifice talaga just to have and to gain something or to move forward para makuha natin, ma-reach yung particular goal na nabanggit ni Sir Dex. And nabanggit niya rin na because of chance. So, yun yung malaking impact sa akin. Never lose the chance and that opportunity na ibinigay ulit. So, hindi lahat ng pagkakataon na bibigyan tayo ng another chance. So, I hope na every time na merong chance or opportunity, huwag natin sayangin yun. We never know kung mauulit pa yan o hindi. Good thing si Sir Dex na with the TOT, nasabi niya nga nabigyan siya at na-endorse pa ulit ng cluster because not all the people, hindi lahat nabibigyan ng another chance. It may be in the company, in the love life, or personal matters, hindi siya gumagana. So, swerte mo po, marami ka pang chance. So with that, meron lang ako isang tanong, sir. This is somewhat for general and for those who are watching us in our FB Live. Because yung iba, marami na exposed na sa mindsetting, exposed na dapat ganito yung isipin nila when it comes to their dreams and goals, na dapat ganito yung foundation ng kanilang company as well. Dapat may blueprints sila and then tracking up their journal and whatsoever. One thing that I would like to ask Sir Dex would be, paano kapag ang isang mindset ng isang freelancer or kahit ng isang individual, generally speaking, paano ba ayusin yung mindset nila? Okay, how to fix mindset as a freelancer? Kasi ito yung problema ng mga freelancer. Yung minsan, ito yung gusto nilang gawin, kaya lang hindi nila nagagawa. Pwede bang pa-share in your experiences kung paano ba maitatama yung mindsetting ng isang freelancer? Please ask that, you may answer that question. Go ahead.
Okay. Ang talagang main goal niyan is yung dapat na doon meron kang sariling disiplina. Nagmumula sa sarili mo yun eh. Nasa sarili mong disiplina. Walang ibang tutulong sa iyo kundi sarili mo. Sarili mo pilit ang siyang magbibigay sa iyo ng disiplina kung paano mo gagawin ang isang bagay. Kung wala kang disiplina, tiyak hindi mo magagawa ang iyong ninanais na nasa magandang bagay, parang ganoon. Hindi mo siya may improve ang sarili mo. Lahat nagmumula sa sarili. Kung kilala mo yung sarili mo, kung kilala mo yung pagkatao mo, alam mo kung paano mo imo-motivate ang sarili mo. Hindi wala sa paligid natin kung paano i-motivate ang ating sarili. Talagang nagmumula sa sarili natin, sa puso, sa isip, nasa sarili lang natin. Siya mismo ang unang-una nating kaibigan. Siya ang unang-unang magsasabi sa iyo kung anong dapat mong gawin. Pero ang negative side dito, siya rin ang magdi-discourage sa iyo. Kaya you must win again yourself. Kaya kung minsan may mga mahilig ka kasi ako manood ng mga pelikula, mga cartoon, mga ganun. Ang parang pinakang mahirap kalabanin is yung sarili mo. And then, pag na-overcome mo kalabanin ng sarili mo, yun, nandun pag na-overcome mo siya, kayang-kaya mo ng labanan ng mga struggle sa buhay mo. And talagang, sir, nagsisimula sa sarili lang. Okay, sir?
Thank you very much. So I would agree with that na the biggest enemy that we can have is ourselves. So I would agree with that, Sir Dex. And with that, we still have 5 minutes to go. Sige, last question from Sydney. Go ahead. Yung nakuha niyang question. Go ahead, Sydney.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, Sir Dex. For the last 5 minutes po, my last question is, what do you wish you know before starting out as a freelancer?
What do wish? Wish ko? Ay, hindi ako
Maganda yan.
Bago
Sir
po
Dex,
kayo.
okay, ano daw yung dapat, kung alam ko nung una, na maipapayo mo sa ating mga viewer na dapat ginawa mo na ngayon pa lang.
Okay.
Para hindi na maulit.
Oo. Ang may payo ko lang, mag-field muna kayo. Try and feel. Kasi yung parang i-try nyo tapos alam yung mag-feel kayo. Kasi doon sa feel, doon kayo matututo. Hindi sa success kayo matututo eh. Pag nagkamali kayo, doon kayo matututo. And then, bumangon kayo ng mas confidence na hindi mo na uulitin yung pagkakamaling yun. Parang na-lesson learned na sa iyo yung mga pagkakamaling yun. Kailangan marami kayong pagkakamaling gawin para mag-success. Yun po. Yun ang pinakang gusto kong iparating na kailangan magkamali kayo. Sa freelance, kailangan mag-try kayo ng mag-try and then magkamali kayo. Pag nagkamali kayo, wag nyo nang ulitin. And tandaan nyo, ang mga pagkakamali nyo, isulat nyo and then pag nakita nyo yung ganun ng pagkakamali, may pattern kasi yun eh. Pag nagkamali ka doon sa isang bagay na yun, alangang ulitin mo naman kasi nasaktan ka na doon. Yun yung pattern doon. Okay. Yun, sir. Thank you po.
Thank you, Sir Dex. Go ahead, Ms. Sydney. Any takeaways from the webinar that we have just tonight? Go ahead, Sydney. Naghang yata. Hi, Ms. Sydney. Naririnig ba ako? Or ako yung nawala? Okay, so habang wala si Ms. Sydney, so far, I would agree with that. So, sabi nga ni Sir Dex, hindi tayo matututo hanggat hindi natin nadidisiplina ang sarili natin. And at the same time, Sir Dex, can you hear me loud and clear?
Yes,
Baka
yes,
nawawala
sir.
ako
Yes.
when it comes to the connection.
Okay
so,
naman.
Yes, the best experience nga is yung mismong mga pagdadaanan natin sa buhay. And kapag nangyari na, huwag mo nang ulitin. Kasi pag inulit mo na, isa kang malaking alam niyo na yan. Okay? So, thank you for that, Sir Dex. And I hope na si Ms. Sydney nakabalik na. And yeah, thank you very much, Sir Dex. And with that, I am going to share something. So let me just share my screen, Sir Dex. May I have the screen sharing, please? Kindly stop po muna para makapag-share tayo. Hi, sir. So habang pinupull out ni Sir Dex yung kanyang presentation, again, thank you very much for watching with our webinar series tonight. But before we end, I am going to share, of course, ang mismong certificate as an appreciation for Sir Dex. So with that, let me just pull out my presentation. And of course, let's just read kay Ms. Sydney. Hi, Miss Sydney.
Hello, sir. I'm back. I'm sorry.
Ayan, finally, ayan si Miss Sydney. So, sige, Miss Sydney, any takeaways from the webinar that we just have tonight? Go ahead.
Sumasang-ayon po ako sa sinabi ni Sir Dex about failures kasi failure is the I think the first step in learning, and dito po sa ating industry sa freelancing world is kapag hindi nagfi-fail talaga, you won't learn, and you will not grow as well. Yun lang po, sir.
All right. Maraming salamat, Miss Sydney. So with that, let me just share my screen, Sir Dex.
Ayaw mag-share?
Okay.
Ayaw matanggal? Control
Let
S,
me
ayaw na
just-
Naghang na siya.
Yes, sir.
Ayaw din.
Okay, so with that, let me just do the stop sharing.
Yun.
Naman, diba?
Ayan, okay. Ayan.
Okay. So Sir Dex, can you see the screen? What's on the screen that is being displayed on your behalf?
Yes, FOPSCo, Certificate of Appreciation. Wow, naman.
Thank you very much. So again, this is a certificate of appreciation. This is hereby awarded to, of course, Sir Dexter Restan for being a resource person on the webinar session entitled Tonight, 3 Steps to Achieve a Freelancing Mindset, initiated by the Filipino Online Professional Service Cooperative, specifically the FOPSCo Academy, held on today, June 8, 2021. And then signed by our chairperson, Ms. Rochelle Rivera de Ocampo, and yours truly, Dennis Baguio. Again, Sir Dex, ipapadala na lang po namin sa inyo itong digital certificate. And again, congratulations and thank you for
sir.
sharing
Thank you po.
your knowledge and expertise when it comes to our freelancing online professional industry. Okay, so let me just stop my sharing. And of course, nagpapasalamat tayo sa lahat ng mga nanood. And again, thank you for attending and watching. If you found value in this particular show or this particular webinar, kindly share this to your wall. Or if you found really knowledge and value, kindly like na rin, subscribe niyo ating mga social media platforms such as our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Just type FOPSCo and then click nyo rin yung notification bell para at least ma-update kayo sa mga susunod pa mga webinars. And again, I'm Dennis B. Pagio, and reminding you here in FOPSCo Academy, we grow together. Thank you for watching, guys, and have a great night ahead. Thank you, Sir Dexter, and thank you, Ms. Vanessa.
I hope that here we will all grow together.
We grow together.